So, a huge welcome to this success plan training. And you might be listening to this as someone who's interested in the business. You might have just joined the business, or perhaps you've been in the business a while and you just want to refresh on the success plan. Now, here's the thing: you would never take a job without knowing how much you could earn. You would never really want to progress in life without knowing your full potential or being able to help others with their full potential. So to make it easier for those people who like visuals, I'm going to share my screen. And for those people I have yet to meet, I am Lorraine Weselby, a very proud independent consultant and executive regional vice president with Arbonne International. So without further ado, I am going to share my screen. So the compensation plan, if you're not good with numbers, maybe you've looked at it or you don't look at it, whatever the case may be, but it is important that you get to grips with it. So it can leave people a bit confused, disorientated, bewildered, etc., etc. But just keep going. It's like anything new, just keep going and looking at it. So you get commissions and overrides. What is the difference? You get paid a commission on those sales that happen to your clients, your preferred clients, and you get paid an override on the team that you are building. And you also get an override on top of the commission as well when you reach the first out of 4 levels. So if I move down a little bit, this shows you, and there's only 4 levels of success in the business, and the titles are not geographical: district manager, area manager, regional vice president, and national vice president. And everyone starts as an independent consultant. So even before you've moved up the levels, when you have someone who's a preferred client, they shop and they get 20 to 30% discount, you will get paid 15%, and you'll get that at all the levels. But as you move up those levels, you will get an extra percentage. So on your first level of district manager, you will get paid 8% on top of the 15 that you get with preferred clients. And you'll also get paid 8% on everyone that's in your central district. That's people who haven't promoted up yet. And you'll also get paid 8% on your own personal orders on the part you haven't had the discount. So if you spent £100 as a consultant, you're going to get 35% discount minimum. So that leaves £65 or 65%, and you'd get paid the 8% on that. And then you get 8% on any promoted out direct district managers, and then you'll get 2% on your second generation and 1% on your third, but you'll only get paid 3 levels deep if you've got 3 people direct to you. And I'll explain that as we go on. And then as you move up to area manager, there's an additional 6%. So basically on your preferred clients, you're going to get 15% plus 8 plus 6. And you're going to get the 8 and the 6, which is 14% back on your own personal orders and also on different areas of your team. Moving up again, you get an additional 3%. So in actual fact, that really starts to make those customers worth a lot more, and also coaching fee. So at regional vice president, you basically get the 15 and all the other percentages, 32% on your preferred clients. And you'll get those different percentages of the 8, 6, and 3, depending where people are in your organization that you've built up. Now check this out. National vice president, an extra 1%. That doesn't sound a lot, but the volume's bigger. And at national vice president, you get paid 6 generations deep. So if you've got 6 people that you've helped get to the same level as you, you will get paid 6 generations deep. I know that's a lot to take in, but I have some visuals to help you here. So how do you earn money as a consultant? Well, if you're just new and you're a go-getter, you want to absolutely get the Strong Start program, and the person who introduces you will help you find that on the source. And you can earn an additional cash bonus of £225 by meeting the criteria. It's over a 3-month period. So, if February is your start date, you've got February and then 3 months from there until May, etc., etc. So I won't go over that because there is a big document on it. But again, if people come in to make money and they're go-getters, you absolutely want to get them earning that strong start. And that will actually not only take them to the first level, but probably just about to the second level. So everyone starts as a consultant. And as I said, there's four levels, not geographical titles: district manager, area manager, regional vice president, and national vice president. When someone has an E in front of the name, like I'm an executive regional vice president, it just means I've helped at least one other person direct to me get to the same level as me. Now, what's interesting is you need to do a certain amount of volume to get to each level, but you can complete one level and go into qualification for the second level all in the same month. A lot of people will do that, get to district manager and go into qualification for area manager. District manager is the only one you can do in 1 month if you want. You can do all of them in 2 or 3 months, but district manager is the only one you can actually do in 1 month. So you can earn more than the person that introduced you to Arbonne, and I do. And I think that's the fairest system, because if you help more people, you work harder, why should you not actually be paid more? So, at an independent consultant level, before you move up, you can earn a few extra little bonuses. So you'll get 35% on anybody who shops at full price, 15% on preferred clients, and sponsor consultants and their PCs when you achieve 500 customer volume. And you also reach the level of 2,500 SLQV, that's success line QV. You can earn an £80 cash bonus when you sponsor two or more independent consultants or PCs. A lot to take in, but again, the document is on the source. And we want to help those new people come in, earn money right away, because then they can see it works. I mean, it's almost like an invisible business. So this year, and they may continue on next year, this is where you can promote to district manager with a lesser amount in 1 month. 3,500, which is approximately £2,500 worth of products in volume going through your organization. And once you achieve that, the following month, you'll start to get paid that additional 8%. So you've got to meet the criteria, and you've got to have 1,000 of that volume must be client volume. So I think that is just the best way to do it. And that's how I did it. I just got straight to it when I joined this business, this fantastic business. So you are the number one consultant on your team. And then you might have a client who doesn't want to get a discount. I think that's crazy, but never mind. We do occasionally have that. And you'll earn 35%. You've got someone who's a preferred client. They want to shop, and you've set them up and helped them get 15. You've helped them get 20% discount, and you get 15%. And then you've got your best friend join the business, and they are direct to you, and they are consultant number two. You're still consultant number one. Now you've started to get into momentum, and you have got your consultant that you brought into the business. You've helped them, and they've got two new consultants direct to them. So your business is in momentum. And then you've also got two other consultants direct to you. So you've got three: your first one, which is number two, then number three, and number four. And then that first consultant, your friend you brought in, they've got two consultants, and all that volume helped you get to district manager and earn that extra 8%. So everybody is in your central district at this stage. So that's what it looks like. And now those other consultants are sponsoring out, and your business is growing and it's in momentum. We need to help people sponsor other people, and then everybody's business grows. And again, that's 8%. A bit confusing, you may say, and I get that. Now, all the QV is qualifying volume, and all of it counts until somebody promotes out. So what do I mean by that? So your first consultant that you brought into the business, district manager, consultant number two, because remember you're consultant number one, and you keep all your titles as you go through the success plan. They have become a district manager as well. So they are not in your central district. They have their own district, and all their people will go with them, but you will still get 8% on your own central district, and you'll also get 8% on their central district. So your people stay with you and their people go with them. Now, you really want to be a district manager promoting machine because that's the best way to help other people and at the same time yourself. So again, you're getting 8% on everything there. Now you've managed to help someone else get to district manager. So now you've got two direct district managers. And again, you're getting 8% on your own district, 8% on your first district manager and your second district manager. And they're all direct to you. So that's a really rocking business. And then one of your district managers has promoted out another district manager. So you've got two direct district managers, but one that is your second generation. It's like family. You've got generation. Now you're going to get a lesser percent on them. You're going to get 2% on them. So there's two direct to you, and you've got one that is direct to someone else. Now you're only getting paid on that second generation one because you've got two direct to you. Had you not got two direct to you, you wouldn't get paid on them. So you really want to build a very balanced business. Yes, you may say, I have steam coming out my ears, and I get that. But what's interesting is all of that activity has helped you become an area manager. So you're now at the second level of the business where your business is willable. So if something happens to you, that can be willed to your family, and it can go 6 generations down. So you're going to get 8% on all of that because every single person is in your central area. Okay, so you're going to get 8%, but you're still going to get those other, sorry, you're going to get 6% on all of that, but you're still going to get those other 8% on your generations, first generation districts, and then you'll get less on your second. So really, it's an additional 6% on top of what you were getting before. So it's just the most fantastic place to be. And that's where you can then start to make those bigger commission checks and override checks. So there you are as an area manager, and you've got 6% on everything, 8% on your central first generation districts, and 2% on your second generation districts. And that is what it looks like. So when you add the 6 and the 8 together, you know, it's 14% for those directs in your own district, and any first generation direct districts. Again, you're still getting that 14%. So let's have a little look now at maximizing the compensation plan. So a stable area, we always say, every single one of us anyway, should aim to bring in a minimum of 2,500 QV each month. That is the building block. So let's just say you're doing that and you've got 4 other people direct to you that are doing that. That gives you 12,500 QV in your central area. Now, you might not have got a bonus, so therefore your commission check would be £705. And it doesn't include, remember, this does not include your retail customer sales because you get paid on your customers weekly, but you get this override monthly. So you might have earned the same as that on customer sales. But imagine if you doubled your width in your business, you'd have £1,420 plus whatever you're getting on your client sales. So there's a strong area. You're doing 5,000, and then you've got another 4 people, all direct you doing 5,000. There is 25,000 QV in volume in your central area. So they're probably all district managers. And again, you keep all your titles, you stay an independent consultant, you've still got a district, and now you've got an area. So that just shows you the different percentages. And also there was on that, the area manager bonus. So that would be £2,455 in overrides plus whatever you get for your customer sales weekly. But if you doubled that width, you'd have £4,910 and you would be in qual for regional vice president. Now here's someone who has got into qual with regional vice president, and they've got one strong leg, because we just kind of call these people like legs to your business. So they've not got a very stable business because they've got 2 district managers direct to them, but they've actually got one of the district managers has a second generation and a third. And here's the thing, this person is not being paid on that third generation where you see there's 23,000 volume. That's the biggest volume in their business, and they're not getting paid on it. And they're not going to have enough to actually complete that as a regional vice president unless they do some serious helping people come into the business. And they've also got a really crappy paycheck because they're not being paid on the strongest person on their team. So you definitely want to make sure you're balancing your business. Now, this is how to grow to region with a really balanced business. And there's people on your team there looking at the ones that are doing 10,000. They're absolutely either area managers or going for area managers. And the volume there is 45,000. Now, it doesn't have to look like that. When I got to that level, I had some bigger amounts in my own particular part where it's got 5,000. I had 23,000 in that. So I was personally working my business and helping others as well. And again, my commission check looked very like that. But again, double your width and you've got 7,306 instead of £3,653. And again, on top of that, you've got money from your customer sales. So you really want to think of yourself like a table with four balanced legs. So that just gives you a little bit of an indication. Now, I don't have a national vice president one, but what I do have here is I've got an example of an override commission statement of an executive regional vice president. And again, results are different for everyone. So go to earnings.arbonne.com if you want to find out averages, but most people that come in and want to move up the ladder are certainly not average. So it shows you there in the central district, this person earned £552.18. And then on their first generation districts, they probably had quite a few, earned £1,065.48. And then on their second generation districts, they earned 373. And then third generation districts, £96.96. Now, they obviously were getting paid 3 generations deep because they were at least 3 generations wide. And in their central area, because again, you keep your titles, they earned £1,011.74. And then their first generation areas, they earned £725. In their central region override, they earned 505.79. And then on their first generation region or regions, they earned £1,631.70. So that totaled up to £5,962. And then they earned a bonus, an Achiever Award, an RVP Achiever Award, the Mercedes-Benz payment, and those two together came to 1,115. And then added together, that came to £7,077.33. And again, if you doubled the width, you'd actually have £14,000. But I think it's quite good to see those little bits of money that you get on those different areas and regions and districts all add up. So just imagine national vice president, if you were at the top and the very top level of Arbonne and you had 12 people that you'd help direct get to national vice presidents who all had rocking business, then your monthly override commission statement may well put you in the 7-figure plus monthly income earner bracket. And there's 12 people there, all colourful, all looking jolly nice. So that is just a little bit of a breakdown on where you earn money, how you can earn money. And again, results are very much different for every single person. So what I would say is get that success plan out, have a look at it. If you're still stuck, go back and listen to this because we will send you this recording. And if you feel this is appropriate to send to someone you're speaking about the business, then please absolutely do that. I think I have stopped recording. Did that all make sense?